Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Center of Des Moines. We are so glad you're here.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
I do notice that there are lots of empty chairs in the first row. So I just want to put that out there, that if anybody feels like moving closer to me, that would be nice. But if you really want to sit in the back row, you can. Because we are an inclusive community that allows for and honors your own free will. So that being said, welcome to Unity Center of Des Moines on this very chilly Sunday morning. We're so glad you're here. And we are in for a treat today. I think I see some new faces. If you feel like identifying yourself, you can raise your hand as being new. And maybe you're joining us online for the first time. And if so, we welcome you. Know that you can find more about the Unity movement at unitydesmoines.com. And just know that we are a diverse community that is supportive of a positive spiritual path. And we welcome you just as you are, honoring your own unique spiritual journey. Let's begin with a song. And you'll see the lyrics are up on screen. Please feel free to join in. And if you are new online or in here in person, you might notice sometimes we use the word God, and sometimes love, light, divine, source, universe. You do what makes sense for you. We'll use lots of words, but it all means the same thing. Announcements for today. There are some sign-up sheets in the back for several things that we could use help with around here, getting things going. One of them being the children's program, which continues to gain support, and we're just so excited about that coming together. And there's also a blue pad of paper that you can get in connection with our speaker today, Joy Hirshberg, to get the quotes and the sources of those quotes that she's going to go over today. So if you see that blue pad of paper, and I'll go more into what we're going to do today. It's never the same here at Unity Center of Des Moines, and today is an extra special experience. And with that in mind, I have a request that if you have a cell phone, you pull it out and you either turn it off or you put it in airplane mode. And the reason why is multiple fold. But especially today, we're gonna have an immersive experience, so we don't want any distractions and we don't want any additional electronic things floating in the air. Next week, January 26th, is our first monthly children's program meeting. And Deja is planning to have regular touch bases. I did not write down what time it is, so after the service?
It'll be after service. And also we are starting a mural next week. We have a beautiful artist who's coming, and she said if a couple people would help, I and Marilee are gonna help, and we will have our mural
Yes.
getting done next week. But the 26th, is that right?
Yes,
Sunday?
next week.
It'll be after service from, I think we have it for 1 to 2.
Yeah, but if you do it at 1, I'll be gone, because I just leave.
It's noon to 1.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
have a
Just
snack
right
and
after
stick
the-
around, or you and Deja can work that out.
But yeah, it's after
But
service.
yes, the plan is, and it's our first one, so we
Yeah.
can kind of adjust and see interest and what works best for everybody.
Just
But-
to let people know the ground, like what we're working on down
Yes.
there and all that stuff, and get some feedback and stuff.
Yes, because we co-create everything that happens here. So, and the artist is Laura Todd. If you have not heard of her, she's up and coming. She's amazing, and she's doing several murals around town, and she is really doing us a favor by helping us out with help. So excited to have her work downstairs. Please save the date. It is official. May 3rd is going to be the date of the Spring Spirit Seekers Fair. So that is one of the things we're needing help with in the marketing and promotion. We are aiming to make this the biggest, best attended yet. So we need some help in getting that word out, and just for you, save the date, May 3rd. And emails went out to the vendors this week. If you did not get that email and would like that email or wanna make sure you get an application, please see me and I will get you signed up. You can also email info@unitydesmoines.com if you want any information on that. Usual events this week are on schedule. Deja's got the somatic yoga Monday nights. Deb Jennings, Sounds for the Soul with Deb Jennings, has a noon midday gong meditation on Tuesday. Michael's gonna have Tai Chi on Wednesday, and we have recovery meetings somewhere in the building every day of the week. So we are definitely supportive of people's healing in this building. All details of all the events going on are on our calendar, unitydesmoines.com, and you can also check out our YouTube channel, Unity Center Des Moines. I think we should do our statement of faith. We all say this together. There is only one power active in my life and in the universe, the divine source of all life and love. Next, the unity affirmation, and as we say this together, if you can really allow yourself to feel the oneness that connects us all. Unity of Des Moines is a radiating center of the divine light, mighty to attract its good and to radiate good to others. And with that spirit of oneness, I have a list of people to keep in our prayers this week. And I invite you to uncross your arms and your legs, really center into your chair, and connect with the power within you to channel divine light and love through every cell of your being. Have it fill you up from bottom to top. And imagine that radiating out to the list of people that I will read. Imagine your love surrounding them and lifting them up. Devin, Ashley, Scott, Kim, Jody, Maddie, Sarah and family, Holly, Jeanette Marie, Amanda, Bradley, Greg, Brittany, Amy, JR, Eric, Jess, Paul and Phyllis, Christina, Seal,
and people with struggles we know nothing about.
The daily word for today, Sunday, January 19th, is taken from Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, which says, "The divine formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being." Today, I reflect on the clear vision, powerful words, and courageous actions of leaders such as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I appreciate how one person's example can inspire so many others to move beyond thoughts of limitation and focus on the possibilities for good that are always present. Inspiration can be thought of as the breath of God. I, like all people, give thanks, for I have known whose vibrant faith and love, even in the most challenging circumstances, have inspired me. Guided by my divine gifts of imagination and zeal, I join with those building a world where each person lives freely and with joy. The affirmation that goes along with this, I'll say it once and then if we can all say it together, is this: my words and actions inspire others. My words and actions inspire others. Own that, people. Go out and shine your light. All you're asked to be is you, as the divine being that you are. All right, let's have another song. Again, the words will be up on screen, and we love it when you sing along. It's true, your love. All right, it is now my pleasure to invite our speaker, Joy Hirshberg, up here. But first, I have some things to say. And that is, if maybe you came late and didn't hear me ask to turn off or put cell phones in airplane mode, if you could do that. And also, if anyone needs to have a conversation, because we are going to have an immersive experience, if you need to talk with one another, if you could step out of the sanctuary, that would be fantastic. Joy is going to be reading quotes from saints and sages throughout the ages while Deb plays soothing sounds. And as I said in the beginning, if you want quotes and the sources of those quotes, there's a sign-up sheet in the back. But for now, all you need to do is get comfortable in your seat and prepare to receive the wisdom of the ages. Please welcome Joy Hirshberg.
silence is God's first language. It's said that everything else is a poor translation. In order to hear that language, we must learn to be still and to rest in God. There's no Jewish silence, or Christian silence, or Buddhist silence. Silence is the one thing all human beings forever have always shared. It's the one thing in our own lives that never changes. It was the same when we were kids. It's the same when we were growing up. It's the same when we're seniors. There is a single silence that we're all sharing all the time. And so today, at Unity Center of Des Moines, including everyone who joins us online, we consciously come together in this sacred silence. We invite you to sit back, get comfortable, close your eyes if you wish, even fall asleep if that's what beckons. Just sink into the silence in your consciousness and enjoy. A tree grows from the silence of the seed. Daytime follows the silence of the night. There's silence between each word we speak, between each note we sing. Silence is always with us. In silence, a being is identified with its pure freedom, with that pure possibility of itself, which it discovers when it retires within itself. A contented mind is the greatest blessing one can enjoy. The verdict of the ages is that nothing can bring you peace but yourself. No one can give you a gift of a serene mind, a calm and tranquil way of life. It is something you must develop for yourself, within yourself. Be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make you afraid. God speaks out of the innermost being of mystic. Well, the mystic is silent. God is not silent. God is silence. Search and discover the root of your soul. If your mind races, return to the place. Return to where you were before thought. Return to the site of oneness. Taste the reality of deep quiet, for that is the taste of God. Silence is the finest of sounds. One who is in silence is not withdrawn from the world, but is immersed in life. One's life becomes the holy of holies, life at its highest. Acquaint now thyself with God and be at peace. highest level of holiness is expressed in silence. It is in silence that the holiness of existence is seen in its wholeness. It is in silence that one transcends one's particularity and lives life in its universality, in the life of all being. One becomes the light of the universe, which is the basis of one's being and the vitalizing energy of ongoing life. Go, shut thyself within thine house. Enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors. Commune with your own heart and be still. You may be thinking, but I hear a lot of words. I hear a lot of sounds. Where do you think those words and sounds are coming from? Silence is the divine manner of manifestation. The divine reveals itself to the listening ear in complete stillness. In silence, we find God and commune with Spirit. Be still, and in the holy awe, know that God exists. Silence is praise. Taste the reality of deep quiet. That is the taste of God. The prayer of silence is actually spoken by the divine voice within us. Let us labor for an inward stillness and an inward healing, that perfect silence where the lips and heart are still, and we no longer entertain our own imperfect thoughts and vain opinions. But God alone speaks in us, and we wait in singleness of heart that we may know God's will, and in the silence of our spirit that we may do God's will, and do that only. The silence is the most important subject that unity teaches. It is the heart of the unity ministry. It is an inner teaching and an inner leading. It is simple, yet the most advanced of all teaching. Think and act from the still point. This heavenly realm of thought is a state of bliss and balance. Isaiah refers to a new heaven and a new earth, upheld by the will of God. And John likewise describes a new heaven and a new earth. Pure prayer begins at the threshold of silence. It says nothing, asks for nothing. It is a kind of listening. The deeper the listening, the less we listen for, until silence itself becomes the voice of God. Silence is not the absence of sound. Silence is the absence of the little self. With our lives and our wisdom, we choose a creation made in the image of God. With our humility and our obedience, we choose not to judge one another. With our stillness and our silence, we listen for the voice that speaks every particle of creation into being. Lead us up beyond unknowing and light, up to the farthest, highest peak of mystic scripture, where the mysteries of God's word lie simple, absolute, and unchangeable in the brilliant darkness of a hidden silence. Founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, says, have a daily hour to listen, and then you will become so open to the spiritual side of your being that you can be talking to others and yet listening to spirit at the same time. And he says if you practice listening faithfully, you will be able to hear the still small voice of spirit, even in the turmoil of daily life. With the mind silent, all that remains is simply being, God's being, the ultimate reality and the heart of prayer. Move outside the tangle of fear thinking. Live in silence. Transcend. Flow down and down and down in all these widening rings of being. We pray with words until the words are cut off and we are left in a state of wonder. Be still and know that I am is God. Be still and know that I am is. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know. Be still. Be. Amen. Thank you all. It's been an honor to be in silence with you.
Can I say, wow? I need a minute to remember that there's ground underneath us.
And it's holy.
And it's holy, and it's an honor to have you visiting us, and thank you, Deb, for those sounds and the power of sound and the way that it gets through every cell of our being. And so may we take what we needed to take from that. And as a reminder, there is a blue pad of paper in the back where you can get in contact with Joy. Her email is joy@expressionsofjoy.com. and she will email you the readings from today and credit the sources. And so we just thank you for bringing your energy, for being present today, and any of us online. This has been recorded on YouTube, so in the newsletter that comes out on Tuesday, there'll be a link specifically to it. It's also on my Facebook page and at the YouTube channel, Unity Center Des Moines. So I will definitely be listening to this at other times. Thank you for putting it together. And thank you for all the saints and sages of the ages that recorded those words so they could be shared with us today. If you would like to share your resources with Unity of Des Moines, now is your opportunity to do so. If you happen to be joining us online, or maybe you're like me and do not carry cash, we also accept donations via Venmo at Unity-Des Moines. You can also go to our website, unitydesmoines.com, and click on the donate button there. But whatever your resources are that you are able to share, whether they be financial, energetic, spiritual, we want to offer this affirmation all together. I am infinitely abundant. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I thankfully acknowledge the divine source.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, God is there. In the light, shine that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
Goosebumps all over my body. Whew, thank you, Zeke. So I would like to dedicate this offering to do the work of spirit and truth to the people, that's you, of Unity of Des Moines, and we are grateful. Thank you, everyone. And now I'd like to invite you to stand and put your attention to Deb Jennings, who's going to lead us through the words and hand motions of the Universal Reading of Peace from the Gandhi Foundation. And then we'll proceed.
Repeat after me. I offer you peace.
I offer you peace.
I offer you love.
I offer you love.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
My wisdom flows from the higher source.
My wisdom flows from the higher source.
And I salute that source in you.
And I salute that source in you.
Let us work together for unity and love.
Let us work together for unity and love.
Thank you, Deb. All right, and now if I can invite the inner circle to join the outer circle and make one big circle all around the room, we will sing our closing song and say the benediction. And then I do need some help with chairs, but I'll give instructions for that a little later. Again, thank you for being here today. The light of the divine surrounds us. The love of the divine enfolds us. The power of the divine protects us. The presence of the divine watches over us. Wherever we are, the divine is, and all is well. Thank you, everyone. Yay, I love you. Okay, so, as far as I know, there are snacks and refreshment in the community room. We need 2 rows in the back, straight lines, to prep for midday meditation on Tuesday. And then the rest of the chairs, if they can be lined up against the wall, a little bit away from the heater, because the heat needs to blow behind the chairs. Please do not stack the chairs. Everything fits without anything being stacked. And I really appreciate your help. Hope to see you next week. Thank you, everyone.